Coming up, the annual homecoming parade returns. And later, the UI promotes mental health.
Can the Hawkeyes avoid a potential homecoming spoil?
It may be a chilly Halloween weekend full of coats with costumes.
This is DITV News at 8:30. Good morning. We're live on the DailyIowan.com and KRUI 89.7 FM. I'm Julia Richards. The UI will be hosting its much-anticipated annual homecoming parade at 5:45 p.m. today. DITV reporter Angelica Toro is live at the Pentecrest with more.
Yes, Julia, that is right. The UI homecoming parade will have its focus on Hawkeye pride.
Is really a bringing together of community, right? So we're community members, student organizations, students just in general, and then obviously departments at the university. So everyone really comes together during the week of homecoming.
Parade will focus on UI's school spirit and what Iowa City has to offer for prospective students. Out of the many entries set to appear this year, there are the UI, the food pantry, City High, and oh crap, I forgot the other one. And the UI pantry. God, excuse me. The parade will start on Clinton Street and end on Iowa Avenue. This parade will also focus on the unity of Hawkeyes in general. Back to you, Julia.
Thanks, Angelica. And besides the parade, there is much more going on this weekend as well to celebrate homecoming weekend. At the Pentecrest, there will be performances from the UI Spirit Squad and the Hawkeye Marching Band at 7:15 today. Afterwards, Scope Productions is putting on the homecoming concert featuring Sir Chloe and No-So from 8 p.m. until 10 p.m. Scope is encouraging attendees to dress up in Halloween costumes to earn a prize. Then, of course, the much-anticipated homecoming football game, which we will have more on the game in sports. Students at the University of Iowa participated in the Mental Health Fresh Check Day at the IMU this past Wednesday. Each year, the fair includes a variety of stations to bring mental health awareness to students.
Student wellness table, or looking to how can we support ourselves and our own mental health.
This year, the event included groups from the Trans Inclusivity Coalition, the Community Crisis Centers, and the student government. Reducing the stigma of mental health is the big goal this year. Along with student orgs and university counseling, the university has another resource for students' mental health. After opening 1 year ago, the University of Iowa's Student Support and Crisis Line has assisted hundreds of students with mental health problems through text, phone call, and online chat. Students can visit the Crisis Line website to talk with a counselor via online chat or call the number at 844-461-5420. Since opening, the line recorded 382 student communications and referred 54 students to additional UI mental health services. Each counselor received 60 hours of suicide prevention and mental health training. The line is open 24/7 and is not only for undergraduate students, but graduates, professionals, and postdoc students as well. With the rising number of fatal opioid overdoses, the Iowa City Community School District Board of Directors has voted to stock 2 doses of naloxone, a medication that blocks opioid activation in the body, in every school. Last year, Iowa saw 479 opioid overdoses, a 12% increase from the previous year. Numerous people in every district building are eligible administrators of this drug, ranging from school nurses to librarians. University of Iowa hospitals are also offering training to more faculty on how to use this drug in efforts to expand knowledge and decrease the overdose numbers from previous years. Now, Ethan, what can we expect the weather to be like as we get ready for Halloween weekend?
Thanks, Julia. Yeah, we have a fantastic week ahead of us full of sun and great temps. As we look live on campus, it is currently 38 degrees outside. Today, we can expect a high of 64, clear skies with a low of 33. Tomorrow will be almost identical with a high of 65 and a low of 39 with mostly sunny skies, and the high coming around halftime during the football game. Sunday will be more of the same with a high of 64 and a low of 40, also with mostly sunny skies. Halloween will be awesome during the day, with temperatures in the high 60s and mostly clear skies. But you trick-or-treaters may want to bring a jacket because the temps will drop into the 30s. Back to you, Julia.
Thanks, Ethan. A new Halloween festivity rides through Iowa City. A pedicab business, Pedal Power, offers customers a Halloween-themed ride for the first time. DITV reporter Justina Borgman has more after cruising through the spooky ride.
That's right, I'm sitting inside of the Pedal Power's newest addition to their pedicabs for the Halloween tour. Let's see what this tour is all about. Costume contests, music, and Iowa City's spooky spots fill the 45-minute tour. The ride also includes Iowa City history and culture as you pass by landmarks and through a cemetery.
Our Halloween tours, I think, is something that really can appeal to families with kids or college students that are just looking for something fun and different to do on Halloween.
An employee of Pedal Power said, quote, "I think these tours bring a fun and spooky experience to the Iowa City community. I can say that bringing the festivity to the rides make it all the more memorable and spectacular for not just us, but every person we give a ride to," end quote. Tonight and tomorrow evening are the final tours for this holiday season. From the St. Joseph Cemetery, Justina Borgman, DITV.
Thanks, Justina. It was announced that Wilson's Orchard and Farm will be expanding to Des Moines early next year. The Iowa City location has seen massive success and growth over the past few years and has become a fall hotspot for university students and the Iowa City community alike. Despite the massive endeavor of expanding to the state's capital, co-owner Paul Rash affirms that the only change the Iowa City location will see is that of continued growth, saying, quote, "The Iowa City location will continue to evolve with new crops, new food offerings, and new outdoor activities. We are constantly trying out new things, and that will continue in both Iowa City and in Des Moines." More information on the Des Moines expansion as well as fun fall opportunities at the Iowa City location can be found at wilsonsorchard.com. Ghosts, ghouls, and other ghastly monsters are a staple of the fall season. At the University of Iowa, UI Library's special collections want stories of the paranormal and unexplainable. Reporter Emily Jordan met with the university archivist to talk all things spooky.
To create an interactive map of campus. So if you or somebody you know have experienced something supernatural or unexplainable, you can submit your stories at the UI Special Collections website. From the Courier Residence Hall, Emily Jordan, DITV.
Those experiences.
The UI Special Collections serve as a collective memory for UIowa. And according to the university archivist Sarah Keene, the documenting of these stories helps to create a campus lore.
Adds to our sense of place in a way.
The only two stories in the archives include Courier Hall and the Black Angel statue.
There were 3 women who lived in Courier Hall at one time, and apparently they ended up all dating the same guy. And when they each found out that they were dating the same guy, the story is that they then committed suicide.
Although the hauntings at Courier Hall were debunked and no evidence was found of any deaths fitting the circumstances,
there's evidence to show that maybe it's not entirely true, but maybe there was a grain of truth in there somehow.
Keene said given the age of the campus, there could be more stories.
Again, like everyone says, the elevator always stops on the 3rd floor, even though nobody's there and nobody presses it. I hate going to the bathroom in the middle of the night because the bathrooms make weird noises, but that's about it.
I believe in like that stuff, but then again, like nothing's ever happened to me, so I don't really know.
Thanks, Emily.
The Iowa Hawkeyes return to Kinnick Stadium this weekend for their homecoming game against the Northwestern Wildcats. Let's send it to DITV Sports Director Michael Merrick's weekly segment before the kickoff to detail tomorrow's game.
This week, Iowa takes on the lacking Northwestern Wildcats. Northwestern enters this game at an abysmal 1-6 record, having lost 6 straight. And while the Wildcats have won 3 straight in Kinnick Stadium dating back to 2016, Northwestern hasn't won a game on American soil in over a year. Their last win came October 16, 2021 over Rutgers. And once Iowa fans hear about the Wildcats quarterback situation, they may feel a great sense of familiarity.
Northwestern made a quarterback change this past week. Well, I should say I finalized quarterback change this past week, going to Brendan Sullivan, even though Ryan Helinski was active and healthy for the game. And I think that was something Northwestern fans were wondering, was Helinski ever going to get benched, because he kind of looked like the same player the last 2 years, not really athletic or dynamic outside of the pocket. He made some very questionable decisions, some late reads, really no pocket presence at all. And Fitzgerald finally pulled the trigger on Sullivan.
Hawkeye fans, however, can't say the same about a finalized decision being made at QB. As of now, Coach Ferentz says that no decision will be made until later in the week, but hopefully Iowa will follow the Wildcats' decision and go to the backup quarterback. While Petrus may not be the main issue, something needs to change, and he is the face of the offense. The same offense that is yet to score a touchdown in their last 28 offensive possessions. Granted, Padilla was under center for a few of those drives, but still, there were 6 consecutive quarters of football with Petrus at the helm, and there were 0 offensive touchdowns to be seen. And that's just inexcusable.
Thanks, Michael. Head to the Daily Iowan website and YouTube page to check out the rest of Michael's breakdown. And the Iowa men's wrestling team continues to gear up for their upcoming season. The Hawkeyes are looking to chase down the defending NCAA champions, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Penn State has been team champions 9 of the last 12 years, and this year returns 4 NCAA individual champions from the 2021 season. But head coach Tom Brands feels confident in the fact that 3-time individual champion Spencer Lee is back from injury, and that the 5th-year senior is hungrier than ever.
He's resilient. He's never wavered in his quest to be the best wrestler on the planet, and that's still the case.
The Hawkeyes open their regular season on November 13th as they face off against Cal Baptist inside Carver Hawkeye Arena. And 10th-ranked Iowa field hockey is gearing up for its final game of the regular season today against the Michigan State Spartans. The Hawks enter the matchup on a 3-game losing streak where they have failed to score a single goal. It comes as a surprise as Iowa has outscored their opponents 37-17 this season. The Hawks continue to take it one game at a time and are focusing solely on Michigan State.
Do every time. I mean, we debrief the game. We learn as much as we can about ourselves. We're looking to learn from what we did last game and then apply it to practice and apply it to the game we play next.
Prior to the game, Iowa will be honoring their 7 departing seniors, including defender Anta Nizell, goaltender Grace McGuire, and midfielder Locust Strybos. During their time as an Iowa Hawkeye, the seniors have won 3 Big Ten titles, appeared in 4 Sweet 16s, 2 Elite 8s, and the 2021 Final Four.
I mean, they've just been such a big part of Iowa field hockey for the last 5 years, and they've really helped put this program back on the map. I'm super proud of all of them, the commitment they've made to this program, and how much better they've made us. So we'll miss them a lot.
The seniors take the field for their final regular season game today at 4 p.m. at Grant Field. And the Iowa women's basketball team has an exhibition match against Nebraska Kearney for the first time ever tonight at Carver Hawkeye Arena at 6:30. The Hawkeyes are coming in as the number 4 team in the AP polls and will be going up against a Lopers team that went 24-8 last season and finished 6th in the MIAA Central Region. Last season's exhibition game was an absolute blowout as the Hawks outscored Truman State 102-32 in a game where every single player scored. Iowa will open up the regular season schedule on Monday when they take on Southern University at Carver Hawkeye Arena at 8:30. And Iowa point guard Aaron Eulis is suspended after a fight outside the airliner on October 2nd, just after 2 a.m. He will be out for the exhibition game against Truman State. Eulis, who was a part of a complementary role last year, averaged around 3 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds per game. Since Jordan Bohannon's departure, he plans to handle the facilitating duties for this Iowa offense. However, he's going to have to wait to do just that. The team will square off at 7 p.m. Monday at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Come back next Monday for more on everything Hawkeye sports. Back to you, Julia.
Thank you for tuning into DITV News and listening to KRUI 89.7 FM. I'm Julia Richards. Have a great day.